All right, Village, this is another no makeup and messy hair video because I was just caught off guard with a placement call. So to put this into context, this is actually the day that we are going to be picking up 2 teen girls for the weekend. They're staying with us just while their foster family goes on a quick out-of-state trip. And our agency reached out to us. It's actually the person I refer to as the matchmaker. She's the person at our agency who handles the referrals from the county. And then she looks at all of the families that they have within their agency to see which family is going to be the best match and which families have availability. So she was giving me a call just kind of to check in because we've been on a temporary hold. Because our previous foster daughter was with us for 18 months, we built really strong connections. We just needed a little bit of transition time before we started opening up our home again. So she called to kind of get a feel for when we would be opening back up. And I explained, well, we have this respite this weekend, so we couldn't take placement calls this weekend. And next weekend is Valentine's Day. And John and I were hopefully going to do some kind of a date night together. And then she said, let me ask you this. Would you be open to 2 girls on the 20th of the month? And in situations like these, when there's a date in the future, it means that there's been a 30-day notice placed by the current foster family. And you could look at this a number of ways, but when a foster family is giving a 30-day notice and asking the agency or the county to find another home for the children, so many different scenarios can be playing out. It could 100% be just personal choices with the foster family. It could be because of dynamics with maybe other kids in the house, other foster kids. It could be because we're in a pandemic and being a foster family right now means opening up your circle of who you're in contact with. So there are a number of different reasons why a 30-day notice could occur for children. And while it's not ideal, because any additional displacement for children is going to create trauma, it's better to give a 30-day notice and find another home for those kids rather than have them in a situation that is not ideal or that's not ideal for other people in the family or other foster kids in the home. So with that being said, the positive of getting a referral call that is a 30-day notice is that we have so much more information versus if these were kids who were just removed from the home, we might get their ages, the genders, we probably wouldn't know what school they go to. We wouldn't know a whole lot about like the history of the kids and the family in care. So what this gives us is an opportunity to ask important questions and get real answers and give our agency a decision on if we would like to move forward with these kids. So at this point, I'm going to be getting on the phone with John, letting him know what I found out from our matchmaker at our agency and just have a conversation with him as far as what he's comfortable with. If it's a yes, if it's a no, if we have additional questions. And because we don't know if these girls are gonna be placed with us, this is where our confidentiality actually starts. So I'm not gonna be able to share any specifics. If kids are not placed with us and there's no chance of them being associated with our family, with this channel, that's where it's safer for us to kind of give generalities of different conditions and stuff like that. What I will say is that these are 2 younger girls, at least for us. So this is a 7-year-old and a 12-year-old, both sisters. And generally speaking, there really are not any red flags. There are definitely going to be, different behaviors that as a foster family we are going to be aware of and that we're going to support the kid as they grow and develop. But yeah, nothing that would actually even put them into like a treatment level category. These are kids who would have been placed with us even if we didn't increase our licensure, which put us with treatment kids. So let me call John and see if he's gonna answer. He's actually with Darcy. Hey, I'm gonna put you on speaker because I'm recording. Okay, so got a call from our agency about 2 girls.
Oh wow.
This is a 30-day notice. And so they're looking for placement by the 20th.
20th, so that is
week.
2 weeks from now, yeah.
Yeah, so kind of within our timeline. So do you feel good about that timeline?
Yeah.
So it's a 7-year-old and a 12-year-old girl. The 12-year-old is in 6th grade, no behaviors, no issues at all. The 7-year-old has a few things that we would have to work with her on. She made it sound like it was pretty age appropriate.
Uh-huh.
They're currently out in She is going.
Where they go to school?
Yeah, so she's going to find out if they would transfer, but I don't even think transport would make sense. It would just be transfer. So other than the school situation where they would have to transfer because of how far it would be, what's your thoughts? Do you have questions?
I mean, I would probably be on board. I know we've talked about having, the possibility of taking siblings and how they'd have to be a little bit older if we did it.
That's true.
And I think 7 and 12 is 7 might be a little bit on the young end.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely a little bit younger. I think that if it wasn't for my job kind of wrapping up and having more time, I'd be cautious.
Yeah.
But because of the ages, because I feel like the 7-year-old might need a little extra help. I'm on board. I love the idea of having siblings.
Yeah.
Should I tell her yes?
Depending on what the school situation is.
Okay, so with the caveat of the school situation.
Right. If they can transfer, yeah.
And this is also something where this is actually not our agency that is finding a new home. It's the county, so we might not be the only person saying yes.
Right.
Yeah, so no guarantees. But okay,
let them know.
I'll give her a text and let her know, and she'll keep us updated.
Sounds great.
Hi. So we let the matchmaker know that we were a yes, and now we're just kind of waiting to hear back. There's a good chance that this won't be a placement that ends up with us, just because the county is looking for foster homes across the county and all the different agencies. So there's a lot of families who are going to be considered. And typically if we're farther away, which we are for these kids, chances are they're not going to pick us because they want to make sure the kids will stay in their school. So now we are about to celebrate football. And we're all wearing red stuff. So I've got my Reds earrings. Darcy's in her Reds gear. Sawyer and John. And we've got our spread. We got our wings.
You want to explain why we're wearing Reds gear for the Super Bowl?
Buffalo chicken dip, veggies. Yeah, so we are wearing Reds gear for the Super Bowl because with the end of football season means the beginning of baseball.
Spring training.
And we are so ready for that.
Oh yeah.
All right, so thanks for watching. We'll have a few more videos this week just to keep you updated on what's been going on. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we will see you later.
Thanks for watching. See you next time.